Okay, let's look at our assignment that we started yesterday, and it'll be due tomorrow, but we're going to work on it today, and hopefully you can finish it today in class. Let's look at any one of these that y'all had problems with. Did y'all do number 2? Okay, let's look at number 2. Fletcher has a handful of nickels and quarters, which are worth a total of $2.25. The number of nickels is 4 less than twice the number of quarters. How many of each coin does Fletcher have? So let's look at our question. Says how many of each coin? So the coins that we have are nickels and quarters. So we'll use N for number of nickels and Q for number of quarters. So we need to write our system of equations. So we have that the handful of coins is worth a total of $2.25. We know nickels are 5 cents. And quarters are 25 cents. So they total together to equal $2.25. So we can write that like other ones that we've done in the past, where you do how much each one is worth times how many you have, added together to get your total amount. So 5 cents plus 25 cents equals $2.25. So that's written in the right format. The second one, though, says the number of nickels is 4 less than twice the number of quarters. So is converted over to math is equals. So nickels is. So I'm going to write it as N equals, just right above it. Then it says 4 less than twice the number of quarters. All right, we need to go back in our journal a little ways. Back to Unit 2. If you look at Unit 2, we had this foldable. Okay, so the word is or is equal to is an equal sign. And it says 4 less than twice the number of quarters. So we know twice means multiply, right? So twice. So we can go ahead and put twice as 2 times the quarters, so 2Q. But it says 4 less than that. So y'all remember the turnaround words? Turnaround phrases? If it's 2 less than 16, that really means I'm going to turn these numbers around and say 16 minus 2. So if it says 2 less than twice, 4 less than twice the number of quarters, that means I'm going to take 2Q and subtract 4 from it, because it's a turnaround phrase. So we can write this as N equals 2Q minus 4. So after we have our 2 equations, we need to put it in matrix form. So this first one is NQ equals a number. That's what we want. NQ equals a number when we write our matrix. So the first one's already written that way. 0.05, 0.25, and 225. So then the next one is not written in the right way. it needs to be NQ equals the number. So right now it's N equals 2Q minus 4. But it needs to be NQ equals the number. So I already have N on this side. I need to get Q on the other side. So I need to rearrange. Yep, subtract the 2Q. So now it's N minus 2Q equals negative 4. And that's the order we wanted. NQ equals a number. So what's the coefficient of N? What am I putting in here? 1. Q, negative 2. And then equals negative 4. So now we have to do what we were doing before, which is going through the matrix. So if you've forgotten the steps, remember we have a foldable for that. This is the solving systems of equations using matrix. Yesterday we glued this in our journal. So you're going to follow the steps. Second, matrix, alpha, zoom. So second, and then the matrix is right here. We want to go over to math. Do the RREF. And then we need to put the matrix in. So that was alpha zoom. Make sure it's a 2 by 3 and hit OK. Plug this in. If you're not sure where we're at, you weren't here yesterday, you didn't watch the video from yesterday, you need to ask someone at your table to help you. Or look back at your notes from the other day. I'm going to come around and check everybody's calculator here in a minute. Okay, so the solution from doing RREF comes out to 1, 0, 10, 0, 1, 7. So remember this is N, Q, and equals a number. So since N has the 1 and this has the number, that means N equals 10. Since Q has a 1 and the number is 7, that means Q equals 7. That's how you know which variable equals what. You got to look back at what we identified each column as. N, Q. So it's, again, N, Q, which tells us what they are. Our answer we need to write in words. So we will say Fletcher has 10 nickels and 7 quarters. Okay, let's look at some other ones. Do y'all have any questions y'all want me to go over that you looked at and you were like, whoa, I'm not sure what to do there? Any particular one you want me to go over?
Number 6.
Okay. Let's look at number 6. Caleb is 5 years younger than 3 times his cousin Brody's age. The sum of their ages is 23. How old are Caleb and Brody? The variables. So the question asks, how old are Caleb and Brody? So we could use C would be Caleb's age. And B would be Brody's age. So write a system of equations. So Caleb is. So how can we write that? C equals 5 years younger than 3 times Brody's age. How can we say 3 times Brody's age?
3B.
Yeah, because it says 5 years younger than that. So it'd be 3B minus 5. It's one of those turnaround words again. So C equals 3B minus 5. And then the sum of their ages is 23. How do we write that? So one of them is already written in the right form, this one. So we can write a CB equals a number. So since it's already written like that, we can go ahead and put that first equation in our matrix. So it'd be 1, 1, 23. But the other one, C equals 3B minus 5. I need it to be in CB equals a number. So how do I rearrange this so it's in CB equals a number? Yep, subtract 3B. So C minus 3B equals negative 5. So it's in the right order. CB equals a number. So C is 1, B is negative 3, equals negative 5. Go ahead and put that in and write your answer in words. Okay, so you should have finished number 6 now. Let's look and see what other one we have. I do want to look at number 4 real quick, just to help you with one of the equations. Emily cleaned out her car. She found a collection of dimes and quarters worth $2.70. If she found twice as many dimes as quarter, how many of each did she have? So we know that we have D is our number of dimes, and Q is our number of quarters. Says she found twice as many dimes as quarters. So which one had more? Which one was more? Dimes or quarters? Twice as many dimes as quarters. Which one? Dimes. Dimes had more. Okay, so it's important to think about that because that is the most confusing part about these type of problems. Think about which one is more, and then you can figure out, okay, twice as much more. So if dimes has more and it's by twice, that means dimes equals 2 times the number of quarters. Because in order to get how many dimes you have to double the quarters. I know that one's confusing. So then the other part would be dimes and quarters are worth $2.70. So how would we write that in our equation? A dime is worth 10 cents. A quarter is worth 25. So we would do this whole thing. So that makes it where we already have this equation in the matrix. Dimes, quarters equals a number. So we do dimes, 10 cents, quarters, 25 cents, equals 270. This one we need to write in order of D, Q equals a number. So how can we get it in that order? What do we got to do? Yeah, subtract 2Q. So now it's D minus 2Q equals, what does that equal? 0, yeah. So we would do 1, -2, and 0. Okay, so you're going to finish the rest of these on your own and then turn it in tomorrow.